In almost every high-profile murder case, there's a big announcement when bail has been set. Today we'll talk about what bail is, how it works, and how that all relates to the George Floyd murder trial. I'm attorney Sina Resvanpour. I break down legal subjects in ways that everybody can understand, because if you don't know what your rights are, there's no point in having them. If you're interested in more content like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Now let's get started. So why does bail even exist? Let's use an imaginary defendant to help explain this point. Let's say that somebody allegedly commits a crime, they're arrested, then they're booked. They probably will stay in custody until their trial date. Bail, and by the way, that trial date could be weeks or months in the future, and this person can be innocent. And at this time, they're assumed to be innocent under our justice system. So bail allows this person to get out of jail on the condition that they will return to their next hearing. Or if they don't return at the next hearing, then they forfeit the bail amount. But if bail is set at $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, how does someone actually come up with that money to get out of jail? Well, most of the time, almost always, it's not them reaching into their bank account and writing a check. Usually what's happening is after bail is set, the defendant will reach out either by way of their attorney, a family member, a friend, to a bail bonds company. They do this in exchange for a 10% fee plus some sort of collateral. It's usually something that's worth more than what the bail is set for. So it could be a house, car, boat, electronics, or jewelry, something like that, so that if the defendant ends up escaping to some foreign country, the bail bonds company can still recover some sort of asset. Let's talk about Officer Chauvin's bail, which was set at $1 million. That's pretty typical for a murder case, and that means that Officer Chauvin has to come up with $100,000 plus some sort of collateral to get a bail bonds company to bail him out of jail. If bail is posted, Officer Chauvin may be required to wear an ankle bracelet either by the court or by the bail bonds company to track his whereabouts, to make sure that he is going to show up when the court says he needs to. Now, sometimes there are people who actually flee while they're out on bail. We call that skipping bail. They may go to a different state, a different country, or they may just hide out. In that case, the bail bonds company definitely wants to find this person because they have fronted a lot of money on their behalf. So usually what they do is they hire a bounty hunter. The bounty hunter typically gets paid somewhere between 10 to 20% of the total bail bond. Of course, the police will keep looking for this person too, but the bail bonds company want to leave nothing to chance. Officer Chauvin will stay in custody until he posts bail. If he never posts bail, then he'll stay in jail until the end of his trial or until he enters into a plea agreement. Hopefully this gives you the basics of what bail is and how it works and why it exists. I'm attorney Sina Resvanpour, and this is not legal advice.